Navy ERP Leadership Team. My name is Josh Willie, and I'm a co-founder and lead partner at Revelation Technologies, and I'm excited and honored to present to you today. In this video, what we intend to do is actually add more value than you are going to see in any other pitch video leading up to your ERP implementation project. This is in line with our core value of being your trusted advisor and the trusted advisor of many of the clients in both the U.S. government and its contracting community. We recognize that the Navy operates one of the most complicated ERP environments in the world today, where agility and data-driven decision-making is mission critical for success, not only for the internal operations of the Navy, but its external customers, as well as its external suppliers. But we also recognize that outdated technology and an overemphasis on customization in the current ERP platform has led to challenges in efficiency and operational capability within the current ERP. In order to maintain ERP superiority, we believe the Navy must modernize not only its ERP technology, but its people, processes, and associated data and operations. And we believe we are the right partner for the Navy through this transformation journey. As a proven systems integrator with deep expertise in upgrading the ERP environments from SAP ECC to S/4HANA, specifically for the US government, branches of military, and its contractors, we understand the incredible opportunity that's in front of the Navy. And we believe we are uniquely positioned to be your trusted advisor through this process. Specifically, we are not advocating to be your systems integrator for the entire implementation, but we do want to play that trusted advisor role and enable you to stand us up as architects that are able to integrate your value streams seamlessly and enable you to have the best chance of success in an integrated ERP digital environment. And we recognize that the transition from your old SAP ECC environment into your new S/4HANA environment has to be done without disruption to critical operations. I now want to take a couple of minutes to walk through who we are as Revelation Technologies, followed by a few minutes of real value add guiding principles that you can take as foundation to your ERP transformation journey. At Revelation Technologies, we specialize in SAP and its suite of tools. Our mission is to give customers the best possible insights, user experience, and data-driven analytics from its ERP. And we are equally proud of our values and ethics as a company. We value integrity, a trusted advisor status with our customers, and the ability for our team to grow and learn as the SAP technology suite matures and evolves. And we do that by being the deepest experts around SAP and its always innovating suite of capabilities. And we do it with honesty and with transparency so that you can get the best result and the most accurate feedback from your ERP environment. As a company, we were founded in 2014. And since then, we have grown our team both in size and capability to now produce what I believe is an all-star team of ERP architects that specifically focus in on solving the complicated, hard issues for the US government and its contracting community. And since our customers trust us with highly secure data and system environments, we are proud to say that our entire team is US-based, onshore, spread across the United States. From a product offering perspective, we pride ourselves on creating value in both the systems integrator implementation space as well as in the managed services environments and sustainment long term. We recognize that your SAP solution is an investment for you, and we recognize that time to value in implementations is always a driver for project success. We also understand that long term, that system needs to be maintained and evolved over time. We also have deep expertise in the emerging technologies that are relevant to your ERP transformation, such as artificial intelligence and SAP's BTP landscape. We're actually working actively with SAP to help them build out their roadmap for their BTP landscape, including the SAP Joule services that are going to serve as the artificial intelligence basis that your data sphere will be based on in a future ERP landscape. So at a summary level, that's who we are as Revelation Technologies. Again, we believe we are the right partner for the Navy to embark on from a trusted advisor standpoint and from a solution architecture standpoint. And to be clear, we are not positioning ourselves as your full systems integrator for this implementation. We are positioning ourselves as the solution architects that are going to make sure you have good value stream alignment, as well as be able to solve the hardest challenges that you're going to face in your ERP transformation, such as the optimization of your supply chain, your funding control, your financial control, as well as the data security challenges that you will face. Now that you have a better understanding of who we are, I want to dive into 5 points that you can take in as real value add input as you start your ERP transformation journey. Point number 1, start with guiding principles. If you haven't already identified clear guiding principles, I encourage you to do it as proactively as possible. As you start up your ERP transformation, both in your prepare phase and your explore phase, we would always refer back to these guiding principles when we have key design decisions that need to be made. In past projects, what we've done is actually establish the guiding principles like fit to standard, like using data as a strategic asset so that we can leverage AI and machine learning, being able to do analytics and reporting. We would look at these things and we would score ourselves on key design decisions that need to be made on whether we customize or whether we use standard, whether we have a process change or whether we have a persona change. Guiding principles will always be what we refer back to and what we score our decision criteria against. And at the end of the day, there'll be metrics for how did we perform on our ERP implementation. Those guiding principles should be established not only by your project team, but by your executive leadership team as well. Because at the end of the day, you will have friction between the tops down and the bottoms up. Therefore, having the guiding principles in place and set from the start gives everybody a clear understanding of how this project will be run and develop an objective scoring criteria that helps us move forward quickly when decisions need to be made. Point number 2, data. Data is the most important aspect of the preparation for your ERP transformation. It is also the most important aspect to define early in your ERP transformation. As you know in ECC, the financial data model and the logistic data model and supply chain data model all serve as the foundation for all of the other operations within your ERP. This includes defining clear data definitions for key data objects early in the project so that you can then transform, harmonize, and clean your data in your current environment to prepare it for input into the new ERP. We recognize that the Navy has stringent data requirements, especially as it relates to FedRAMP compliance, zero trust security architecture, and continuous security compliance and data monitoring. We need to make sure we not only have the data in place and secure, but we need to have the people, processes, and architecture to support data security from an end-to-end perspective as we migrate your ERP from ECC to S/4HANA. And once those data elements are clearly defined, you then must stand up the people and process infrastructure so that as we implement the real-life designs into your new ERP, we have stringent data control and strict alignment to those data standards. This then helps us be able to have a predictive analytics and data model and a predictive foundation to build artificial intelligent workflows and capabilities in your new ERP. So in summary, we recommend that you overemphasize the importance of data now so that as you head into your new S/4HANA ERP environment, you have a clean foundation for the advanced technologies and capabilities that will serve the coming decades of ERP customers, specifically for the US government branches of military and its contracting community. Point number 3, you need to understand the technology suite that you're signing up for. SAP has come a long way in the last decade in its technology offerings. And as such, there is confusion in the marketplace over which solutions are relevant and viable for FedRAMP compliant requirements as well as highly secure data architecture environments. This includes specifically the SAP BTP and SAP Ariba offerings, which are both critical components to your development and your supply chain solution architecture. SAP BTP in particular has been a challenging component for our past clients to implement. This is mainly because the NS2 offerings of BTP, which are the FedRAMP controlled environment, are going to be a very limited capability set than what's available in the commercial platform of BTP. Therefore, working closely with SAP to develop a technology roadmap so that you know when capabilities will be available in the BTP platform are going to be critical components in how you stand up your solution architecture for both your initial implementation and your ongoing roadmap releases of capability. One more note on BTP is that SAP has moved all of their development capability underneath the BTP umbrella. This means that even things like ABAP programs and function modules that are added in addition to what SAP provides as its core have now moved into the BTP landscape. This is in alignment with their clean core philosophy. Understanding how to deliver enhancements and adjustments to the way that your S/4HANA environment works is now going to fall under the BTP umbrella. And this is in addition to the reporting and analytics architecture and the data harmonization architecture that also falls under the BTP umbrella. I cannot overemphasize enough the potential role of BTP in your upcoming implementation. On the supply chain side, Ariba has been another solution that's been very challenging for many of our customers to implement, and that's mainly due to the rigid nature of its technology infrastructure. There's not a good ability to customize the way that Ariba works, and when you work through a government-centered supply chain solution architecture, there are a number of capabilities and requirements that will not fit cleanly out of the box, either directly in S/4HANA or in the Ariba solutions. Specifically in your supply chain implementation, we recognize that you're going to have challenges with your material classifications, your integration with your suppliers, and your alignment to your NavSep requirements. These are all areas that we have solutioned in the past, and it's going to be a combination of architectures and capabilities across both S/4HANA as well as any other procurement systems and invoicing systems that integrate with your S/4HANA environment. Which leads me back to my guiding principle conversation. There needs to be a clear definition on when we customize and when we enhance and when we don't. And when we do customize, understanding the low-code, no-code, and artificial intelligence capabilities of the new ERP is going to be critical in being able to align the timeline, cost, and resource forecast to develop and deliver those enhanced capabilities. Point number 4, understand that your solution architecture is more than your technology. A solution is built up on 4 components: people, process, technology, and data. You then have 3 reachback components to the first 4, and that's your development environment, your reporting and analytics environment, as well as your security and access control. In the starting phases of your ERP implementation, I would highly recommend you overemphasize the role of people and process as you lead into your technology implementation. This will help us be able to do a clear gap fit analysis when we get into the implementation and build phase of your project. Knowing how SAP standard works is going to be a critical component to analyzing those gaps, but having a clear process in place across the various process models and business models that are going to be implemented in your ERP then gives us the other side of that gap fit analysis so that we can then very clearly say, these are the areas where we need to go spend time, energy, and calories to solve for. Which brings me to my final point, point number 5, change management and training. We need to have a clear change management and training strategy up front that targets the specific audiences that we need to have at various implementation milestones on the project. This includes tailoring those trainings and change management strategies to the clearances and classification levels of those audiences. These are things that we can get ahead of now so that when we get into testing and implementation readiness, your user community will be ahead of the curve and ready to adopt the solution that's coming. We would also recommend the creation of key power user communities within your stakeholder groups and include them early and often, not only in the build, output, and testing process, but upfront in the decision-making and explore process so that they have context for and can weigh in on key design decisions that are going to impact the build of your ERP. We recognize that the Navy operates within working capital fund structures where you need traceability from the funding source all the way to the projects and programs that receive the funding. We intend to build and would recommend building solutions that take into account program management and project management best practices that integrate cost, schedule, and technical delivery so you get clear definitions of earned value metrics while leveraging agile frameworks at the bottom level. It then integrates into a full program management aligned lifecycle and plan that integrates your financial and program execution teams. And with that, I want to say thank you. On behalf of everybody at Revelation Technologies, thank you for the opportunity to present today. Thank you for the opportunity to submit the white paper. We truly believe we are uniquely positioned in this market to be the Navy's trusted advisor through this ERP implementation journey. We look forward to the next steps, and we thank you again for the opportunity.